Hi there, Emmanuel here, and in today's video we're going to be looking at strategies in Forex trading for beginners. Yeah, so you've probably found Forex because you've heard a lot about it. You probably thought to yourself, this is the way out for me. This is the way I'm going to be using to make some money. And it's a sensible decision. I mean, the Forex is one of the highly traded markets in the world. There's trillions of dollars traded every single day in the Forex market. Yeah. So if you're a beginner, you're probably going to be taught certain patterns. There's certain patterns that you're going to be taught the minute you come into Forex trading. We're all taught them. I was taught them myself. But unfortunately, these patterns are they're a bit of a setup because the banks know everybody trades this way, and they kind of set us up in a way to fail because everybody's trading this pattern. So if the banks know everybody's trading it, they know where to come to kind of take people's monies. Because don't forget, the banks have to trade a certain way. The banks don't trade like you and I. You know, in normal trading, if you're a beginner, what happens is if I put a trade on, say a buy, somebody else, they're pairing me up on the other side of that. Somebody's saying that they're going to sell the pair, and I'm taking either I take their money if I'm winning, or they're taking my money. That's how it works. With banks, you can't do that because they're trading billions of dollars. So there's nobody on the other side to trade that. Yeah. So they have to then trade off taking retail and beginners traders money. But anyway, let me go through. When you first come into trading, these are the sort of patterns you're going to be taught. Yeah, people are going to tell you about, you look for these types of patterns on a chart and you trade them. Here's head and shoulders. These are what we call reversal patterns. So you see a trade is going up and you see this sort of pattern and then you trade it to go down. Same with this sort of stuff, rectangles, channels. I'm going to show you on the charts in a minute. You'll be taught wedges, pennants. Every new trader's taught this. Double tops, double bottoms. These are things you look for on the chart. They're very clean. They look very nice. They're very easy to see a lot of the times. And you see them and you trade them and hopefully you make tons and tons of money. But yet, 98% of people fail in trading. And that's because these patterns are set up very nicely on the charts by banks for us to see them. They're very clear to see. So that you accumulate money around these things and then they can come and take your money. But anyway, here's a chart. This is a demo account. Yeah. So I'm on this demo account. So you can see the chart. You know, here's a place here, like a double top. I'll put this on the line chart so you see what I mean. You see like double tops, triple tops, double bottoms, and this like little bit of a channel here that I've just drawn. Let me go back to candles. Yeah, you can even maybe draw a trend line. Let me draw a trend line here. You know, something, you know, trend lines and all this sort of stuff. They're really subjective sort of things, but yeah, say something like that. Yeah, you try and make it touch a couple of points on your chart, something like that. Yeah, you see it's touched. You see, boom, it's bounced off this trend line, bounce, come and bounced again, and then it's broken through. And some people, they trade the trend line bounce, some beginners. So you'll trade a buy off here, and you know, in this instance it would have worked. Or here you wait till it breaks the trend line, comes back, retests it, and then you sell it off. That's another trading strategy that some people use. And these are all sort of strategies that the banks kind of can see what we're doing here. Do you know what I mean? Here, for example, you know, there's a little channel here. That's another one that was on there, wasn't there? There was a channel. So yeah, look, channels here. If we see if we can see a channel here. There's a bit of a channel here. So say something along these lines here. Do something like that. Roughly. See something along those lines. That looks a little bit like a channel to me. Yeah, and you sort of think like, okay, it bounces off a few, comes and touches the top of the channel, bottom of the channel, and then eventually you're waiting for the breakout of the channel, retest, and then you sell it off or buy it, whichever. You know, these are all these types of beginning strategies that you're going to learn. And I'm not saying that they don't work some of the times, because like I said, 98% of people fail, but 2% of retail traders can actually make this work, you know, but why it's only 2% is because these things are setups for one. And secondly, nobody in the retail world works in their mindset. You know, they lose a couple of trades and then they think, oh, this stuff doesn't work. I'm off to find the new shiny object. And then before you know it, you're getting into these kind of Telegram type things where you're letting other people trade your money and basically just lose your money. You know, what we teach in the group that I'm actually a part of, and I'm going to give you access to it if you're interested, completely for free. So you get a free, come and train with us for free. We teach that these things are setups. So say like you see a channel like this. Let's just take this sort of channel here. I'm going to draw a box around it. And this is one of we only teach two very, very simple strategies. And once you know what to do and where you're looking, you'll see these all over the place. Yeah, you'll see these types of boxes and patterns all over the place. Yeah. So say you got a box like this. It's not clean, but yeah, there you go. Something like that. Okay, right, so we got a box like this. You can see it's hit the top a couple of times, it's hit the bottom. Nice little sideways channel. So there's people on here that think this is making W patterns. Yeah, so this is what we call a resistance. Let me just try and get this nice. Right, so yeah, this is what we call the resistance. It seems like it keeps hitting this roof, and it's going to hit the roof and it's going to collapse. Yeah, or some people are seeing, that's W, so some people are seeing M's hitting the roof. Some are seeing W's, it's hitting the floor here. Hits again, and they're thinking, okay, so next time it comes and it hits, I'm going to buy this to go up. So there's indecision. Yeah, and this is what happens with a lot of new beginner traders. And then what happens is, whatever direction you think this is going to go. So whether you think this is going to go down and you're putting a sell there, you usually put your stop loss. You know, if you're a beginner, don't get too confused. But if you're trading something, you should put at some point, if it goes the wrong way, then I'm not willing to lose any more than this amount money wise. And so usually you put your stop loss somewhere there. If you think it's going to go up, you put your buy here, and you put your stop loss somewhere under there. And this is what, so like I said, banks can see this. They come along and they start and they just wipe you out. So if you got your stop loss here, they come up here like this little red one here came, triggered. So wiped all these people out, took all their stop losses and then dropped. These people here that thought it was going to go up, boom, they've been wiped out as well. And then they leave what we call a banker's candle. Something like this, it comes up, it triggers this one. This would be the candle we would be playing off, and then it collapses. And, you know, we make our money as it falls here. Now, what I'm trying to get, I mean, the strategy that we teach is very, very simple. There's only two, like I said, there's only two simple boxes to see. I mean, this is very easy to see if you're a beginner. And we actually encourage you to do this on a demo account first. You shouldn't be making mistakes as a beginner on a real live account. Your emotions will go all over the place. You should trade first on a demo, start making money on a demo account before you then move it and transition over to a live account, because you have to work on your mindset. This is what beginner traders don't do. They see all these kind of patterns and they think, oh, these are easy to see. After a while, they are easy to see. Of course, they're easy to see because they're set up. We're set up like that, these trend lines, these things that people trade off, and they get wiped. 98% of people fail because they're set up. These traps are sort of set up for beginners, you know. So if you are new to this trade and you decide, listen, I want to actually learn this properly and I want to learn this to do this the right way, you know, retail trading is fine. They don't tend to make as much money. They make like what we call a 1 to 3 roughly risk to reward. If this is confusing, don't worry, because like I said, I'm going to give you access to free training where we're going to teach you everything you need to know about trading. You know, especially if you're a beginner, it's even better. You haven't got all the other stuff in your head that we have to kind of wipe out first. You come with a nice clean slate, so we can just teach you this and just set you on your way where you can make really, really good risk to rewards. 1 to 5 on the group that I'm in, 1 to 10 sometimes in one trade. You know, these are huge amounts if you know anything about trading. But if you know where to look for it, if you know where the banks are coming, if you know where the banks are going to come and move and roll, we just ride the coattails of the banks because we've kind of discovered how they trade. So if that's something you want to learn yourself, I'm going to give you completely free access to the group. Like I said, I'm going to leave a link below this video. If you click on that, once you've opted in, you'll get completely free access to the group. It's a Facebook group. It's a private group. You have to get in through someone, and it's completely for free. Yeah, it starts every day. It's a 1 hour to 1 hour and a half training, and you get to ask questions and everything, and they'll show you all these patterns, and they'll even show you where they're looking, what charts they're looking at for the week, areas that they're looking to trade, all of that sort of stuff that you can even get on board as a free customer and actually make some money as a free customer. But like I said, don't rush with the money thing. Start on a demo if you're a beginner. So yeah, that's for you. Links will be below. It starts Monday. The next class starts Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 5 p.m. GMT. And it goes on for an hour, hour and a half. And it's on, all through the week. So they show you all the strategies. They actually just open the door for you, and you can have a look and see if it's for you or not. Yeah. So if that's for you, links will be below. I hope you got some value from this. If you did, please take a second. Just give it a thumbs up. Also share it if you think anybody else will get some value from it as well. If you have any questions, any comments at all, please don't hesitate. Just leave it in the comments box below. All right, once again, thanks for listening. Till next time, you take care. I'll speak to you soon. All the best. Take care.